Hello everyone, my name is Damanchina and today I'll be teaching you how to charge objects by induction. I'll start with some background knowledge on charges. Charges exist in two varieties, protons and electrons. Protons are positively charged, whereas electrons are negatively charged. The two different kinds of charges have similar electrical properties, but they complement each other. Moving on, charges are usually found within atoms. The center of the atom is called the nucleus. This is where all the positive charges or protons are located. If you look at this somewhat magnified image of the nucleus, you will notice that the positive charges are held together very tightly as a result of the strong nuclear force. Electrons, on the other hand, are negative charges which are found revolving around the nucleus in orbits. They are not as tightly bound to the atoms as protons are. Alright, coming to the point. What is charging? Well, it is just a way to transfer charges out or into an object. It is usually the electrons that get transferred, since it is very hard to break apart the protons or the positive charges within an atom. However, taking out the electrons or negative charges from an object can be interpreted as adding positive charges to the object. So there are three popular ways of charging objects: charging by friction, charging by contact, and charging by induction. I will only focus on charging by induction for now. So how does induction work? Let's take two different objects. One of them would be positively charged and the other would be neutral. That is zero net charge. Initially, these objects are placed far apart from each other. As they are brought closer to each other, electrostatic forces of attraction and repulsion come into play. We know that unlike charges attract and like charges repel. Therefore, the neutral object has a different charge distribution now, wherein the positive charges are shifted to the right side of the object and the negative charges are concentrated to the left side. Do keep in mind that the net charge on the object is still zero. Now, we connect a wire that links the neutral object to the ground. The ground is a region of zero potential. So when we link the neutral object to the ground, since the positive charges are collected to the right side of the object, there is a potential difference which is now generated across the wire. As a result, the positive charges that get accumulated to the right side of the neutral object are transferred to the ground. Once that happens, we can remove the wire, and what we are left with is an object which has a net negative charge. So once we remove the object that we use for charging, we end up with an object that has a net negative charge on it. That is a charged object. So to cover up the whole process, we started with a charged object and a neutral object, and we ended up with another charged object of a different polarity. Therefore, we were able to induce charge into the neutral object, hence the name charging by induction. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you for listening.